It's looking like Ange Postecoglou is getting sacked like Aaron Rodgers in the NFL, fam. And brought us the Europa League trophy after 17 years. He deserves a gold statue. However, he also brought us so many losses at home, you would think our stadium was in no man's land. 22 losses in the league is unheard of, but so Spurs winning the trophy in recent times. I wanted him gone months ago. I'm not even gonna lie, but the man won a trophy and came out with more lines than Adrian Mutu when he played for Chelsea. And I was getting dragged back in. I just promised myself, whatever happens, my seatbelt's on. The feeling of winning a trophy. Them 21 losses, they felt like they were years ago. And we get turned over by Brighton Munich after we take the lead like Antonio Banderas, fam. Ended up losing 4-1. And I didn't even care then. I can go to the gym in my Tottenham shirt and actually lift something. Do I believe Postecoglou deserves to be sacked after winning a trophy and getting us Champions League? No, I don't. The man won us a trophy and got us Champions League football after we went around in the summer shopping for kids like Madonna, fam. But do I believe he is the right man to take us forward after what I've seen from him in the last 2 seasons? I don't, fam. I've had so many losses, I've had to write my last will and testament. I've had to, just in case I get called to the upper room like Ray and Claude in life, fam. I'm actually scared of seeing our high line in the Champions League because we're not Barcelona. Europa League trophy or not, if we end up getting popped next season with Ange, I'll come to my senses quick. You know, like when you invite a bird over and as soon as you bust your nut, you want her to leave, fam. I'll come to my senses, fam. Spurs fans are divided like some H&M clothing, fam. How can we sack him? He's won a trophy and he's got us the Champions League. This is so Spursy from the owners. And then some are saying if we keep him, we're getting opened up. Lily White Phillips to there is to Bonnie Blue is going to come back around like Becky Lynch, fam. And Ten Hag won the cup with United, kept him and ended up sacking him and then bringing in Ruben Terrorim. Brother, that was a disaster. We don't need that. Either way, it's looking like Thomas the Frank Engine is the front runner like he's doing 100 meters for Jamaica in the Olympics, fam. You know them way there. Man like Frank Castle, the Punisher, bruv. Frank Lucas, blood. The great Danish gangster. What's man talking about? I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing so much disrespect for Thomas Frank online. Man are saying they want Inzaghi. They want Xavi. Brother, are you high? Unless we're playing Saudi money. Unless we're paying Saudi money, I don't see that happening, fam. Yeah, I know we got Champions League football, but that's just like Katie Hopkins wearing makeup. I just don't see us pulling it off. If Thomas Frank had a fancy name like Enzo Maresca, I reckon more people will put respect on his name. I'm telling you, him and Eddie Howe are 2 of the most disrespected managers in the league. They deserve their plaudits, fam. And Eddie Howe, I'm not gonna lie, he got a Saudi cash injection. If Thomas Frank got that, where would he be? Both managers brought their teams up to the Premier League and they've been thriving, fam. And Brentford, they spend no dough, blood. Let me tell you this. I used to call my ex-girlfriend Brentford because she never used to spend no money, fam. Big man ting. Thomas Frank has done a great job with the tools he's been given at Brentford. I'm not gonna lie, I would have much rather Ange Postecoglou walked than he been sacked. Honestly, fam. You get me? Just for the story. But at the end of the day, he's not Cody Rhodes, blood. So if this is the end, thank you for the Europa League trophy, Sir Ange Postecoglou, blood. Respect will be put on your name, fam.
We were oozing souls.
Expressions back with another video. Make sure you smash a like. And I told everyone I'm the most shameless man on YouTube, fam. You know them way there. Who else was gonna bring a European Cup to the Emirates other than Expressions Oozing? What's man talking about, fam? That's the closest that you man are getting to a European trophy, fam. Oh, X, he waited till 4 a.m. to do it. No, I didn't. I got a parking ticket, fam. I'm gonna put that on my Instagram story tonight. They got me, blood. Brother, it's the best parking ticket I'm ever going to pay, bro. The best. Bro, give me 5 parking tickets, blood. And then when the man gave me a ticket and he realized it was me, he goes, oh my God, I didn't know it was you. I'm a big fan. I'll pattern you up next time. Next time? What about this one, blood? But it is what it is anyway, fam. I'm telling you, fam, the most shameless man on YouTube. Yeah? The closest that walking Malteser is getting to a European trophy. Hold that. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's move on, fam. Because a lot has been going on, fam. You've seen Donna Cullen step down from the board. Big figure in the Tottenham offices, you know what I'm saying? Vinay starting as well, bruv. There's a lot going on, but let's talk about the manager, bro. Brother, it's more than rumours. It's not Gregory Isaacs, fam. These things, bro, it's looking like a Paul Heyman thing. You get me? It's a spoiler. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's looking like Ange Postecoglou is getting sacked. After them 22 losses, bro, the 22 losses in the Premier League, it's looking like we are going to be parting ways, fam. You know them way there. MC Hammer parting thing. You get me? Man's having to walk the plank. He's on holiday at the moment, but it's looking like he's getting sacked. And I said to everyone, the fact that Ange got us Champions League football and won a trophy, I even said whether he wins Europa League or not, I want him gone. Bro, I didn't know the feeling of how it felt to win a trophy, blood. 17 years, blood, yeah? I didn't know the feeling. I didn't know, blood. So I took it all back. I apologize, fam. You know them way there? I did. Do you know what I mean? Did I want Ange sacked? Bro, I said this. Whatever decision was made, my seatbelt was on. But at the same time, I had reservations. You know what I mean? If he wanted to walk, that would have been fine with me, blood. But sacking him, it's a bit drastic. Well, not even a bit drastic. It's a bit drastic, but at the same time, it can go one of two ways. You can say, oh, this is Spursy, the one manager that wins us a trophy. Or you can say, you know what? They're not going to let the trophy paper over the fact that we got destroyed and it was one of our worst seasons ever and he was breaking all the negative records in history. We're going to be a big club and say, you know what? That's not good enough, blood. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's brutal, the fact that he can get us into the Champions League, yeah? Win us a trophy and we're a team that ain't won it in 17 years and he can't even see the next season. That's brutal. It's brutality, fam. Rhea Ripley, blood. I'm not even going to lie. It's brutal. But if you ask me, X, do you believe Ange can challenge on all fronts? Do you believe that run in the Premier League where we lost 22 games and even last season when injuries were just getting opened up and he was being stubborn and not doing anything. Do you know what I mean? Do you believe that he could go in and do something this season? Bro, I was scared. I'll be honest. When you look at that Europa League final, brother, we never played football for about 45 minutes, blood. After we got the goal, it was crazy, but we don't want to depict that because we won. Who cares? But at the same time, if you tell me the way we played in the Europa League final, do I think that could work in the Champions League? No. What are we talking about? I'm being dead serious. You get me? I know it's difficult. I know it's harsh. And you get me? People be like, oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You get me? And then people are looking at Thomas Frank like, oh, but why him? Is he really better than Ange? Bro, I beg you put respect on Thomas Frank's name. Before Ange came in, yeah, Celtic. Everyone wins with Celtic, innit? Brisbane, Yokohama Tires, and I think he done some stuff with Australia, innit? But we gave Ange a chance. We didn't look at his CV and think, oh yeah, We looked at the way he played football. That's what we looked at. And Thomas Frank, let me tell you this, yeah? Tottenham have beaten, in our worst season, we slapped Brentford twice this season, home and away. And even then, I'm not complaining about Thomas Frank, bro. Honestly, even then, he's a good manager. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a good manager. Would he have been my first pick? Probably not. But is he up there? He is. Respect needs to be put on his name. Man was talking about Areola, Fabio, Marco Silva, you know them way there. Thomas Frank, do you know what I mean? Bro, listen. Thomas Frank, like I said, innit, yeah? The man has been putting in work for seasons. Look at Brentford's GA, bro. With and without Tony. These man lost Watkins. These man lost Tony to the betting thing before they even sold him. And then they sold him and they're still cooking in Mbumo and Wissa, blood. Brother, I'll bring him in and I'll bring in Mbumo with him, fam. Do you get me? Honestly, Brentford don't spend no dough, yeah? And the man's got them playing good football. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. So, yes, I have reservations about Thomas Frank in the Champions League. But let's be honest, bro. Them reservations ain't going to be higher than what I had with Ange in the Champions League. Because, bro, Barcelona play that high line, but they've got quality footballers to mean that they could be winning games 5-4. We're not doing that in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? When I look at last season and any games that brought me joy, of course, in the Europa League, you're going to say Bodo, Frankfurt and United. Do you know what I mean? But in the Premier League, the only one I remember is Old Trafford and City when we destroyed them. Other than that, it's been a nightmare. We've been cooked. We've been sauteed, rotisseried. We've been, brother, opened up time and time again. Do you know what I mean? We've been Premier League victims, blood. That's what it's been. Touched at home, like some piano keys, bruv. Touched away, fam. Do you know what I mean? Everything. Like home and away, blood. I'd never thought. But Ange, let me tell you this. Sir Ange Postecoglou, blood. This man has done something that no one's done. So like I said, if he was staying at the club, it wouldn't be no Ange outing. I said, my seatbelt's on. I support the manager. But it's not me making the decisions. If the owners want to sack him and bring in new blood, bro, I wanted a whole clear out. And that includes them too, blood. Do you know them way there? So the fact that people are going off the board and all of that makes me happy. I want the start of something new, like High School Musical, blood. Yeah? 17 years. We ain't won a trophy, and I didn't want it to be 17 again like Zac Efron, blood. Do you know them way there? I've been telling people, bruv. Big man ting. Like, yo, let me tell you this, yeah? Brother. We'll see what happens because this is all rumours. Tottenham haven't come out and said anything. Do you know what I mean? So we will see exactly what happens, but let me tell you this. My view is, if Ange does get sacked, do you know them way there? Then let's see who the next manager is. Thomas Frank, me personally, I think he's highly underrated. And yeah, man, it's like he's not someone I would turn my nose up at. Come on, bro. Man need to realise just because we got Champions League football, yeah, does not, like, bro, doesn't erase what's been going on in the last few years. After what we did to Conte, to Mourinho, bro, we're in a mess. We are. Do you get me? We're in a mess. Like, just because we got Champions League football, do you think that, oh, what? An Eze will come to us over to someone else with Champions League football? No. Look, Cunha still went to United. Not that we wanted him, but bro, come on. You get me, fam? I'm being honest. We just ain't got the pool like that, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Inzaghi or Xavi wouldn't come to us, because if they do, you get me, fantastic. You get me, prove me wrong. But boy, looking at a Thomas Frank and that, bro, unless Levy and them are going to pay them the Saudi money, I don't see them coming, bro. I'll be real. That's just facts. You get me? That is facts. But you get me? Put your comments down below. Do you want Ange to stay? Do you know what I mean? Do you want Ange to go? And I'm not going to lie. Like I said, my final opinion on it, if you lot don't know where I stand, is I stand on with whatever's going on, blood. As long as we don't appoint someone, like if we sack Ange and then we appoint, brother, I'm telling you, fam, like Thomas Frank ain't the one that I'll lose it at, bro. You get me, fam? I won't. You get me? I'm being realistic, innit? Marco Silva, Iriola, Thomas Frank, do you know what I mean? Xavi, Inzaghi, I'll take any of these guys. Do you know what I mean? But there's certain man that I just won't take, blood. Like if it's Scott Parker, no disrespect, because Scott Parker's been cooking and that, but I'm not going from Ange to Scott Parker. I'm not doing that, blood. Do you know them way there? Ryan Mason, I'm not doing that, blood. But make sure you guys smash a like on the video. And yeah, I'm out.